Hey, welcome. This is Lee Waller, and I'm going to take a quick look at exporting out of After Effects. Once you're done creating your composition and you're ready to export, just go up to Composition and drop down to Add to Render Queue. It'll drop that composition into the render queue, and it sets up for a render to H.264. If you're going to upload your video to YouTube or to something like that, or send it to someone for preview, this is a good format. You can stay with that preset, but you'll also need to make sure you know where you are saving that file. Click right here on the Output To, and then navigate. I'm going to save this to the desktop real quick, and I'm going to change this to Alien Invasion, and hit Save. If those are the settings I want to go with, all I need to do is hit Render. You'll see the preview right there. You can now navigate to where you saved that file, and I'm going to double click right there, and it will play back that animation. I'm going to go back to this pre-comp here, and I'm going to add that back into the render queue just to show you that you can load more than one composition up at a time for rendering. I'll go here to this comp and then add it also. Add to render queue. So you can set up multiple compositions to be rendered out. You can also change the type of file that you render to. I'm going to click right here on the Output module. We can go to Format, and you'll see that there's a list of formats here that you can choose from. I'll drop down to QuickTime. We can go to Format Options here, and you can change the video codec. You'll see that there's options for ProRes and DNxHR and DnxHD. I'm going to select the ProRes 422 there and hit OK. And with that selected, I'm going to hit OK and close out this dialog box. And now this composition is ready to be rendered to that ProRes 422 format. When I have all of my compositions set up to render, again, all I need to do is hit Render right here, and it'll go through the entire list of compositions to be rendered. If you want to use Adobe Media Encoder to render out your composition, make sure that you have that composition selected, and then go to Composition, and you can add to Adobe Media Encoder queue. That's going to take a moment. It's going to open up Adobe Media Encoder and add that to its list. So the Media Encoder has opened up and it's added that composition to the queue. The format has defaulted to H.264, so if you want to change that, you can click here, and it opens up this Export Settings dialog box. If you want to change the format, go right here and go to the drop-down menu, and you see the list of different types of formats that it will export to. Simply select the format you want to use, and then you have presets from that format that you can choose from. It does give you information on the source that you're rendering from. So here you'll see that composition is a 1280 by 720 composition at 2997 frames per second. And then it gives you some other information on color and audio. So if I want to match this up, I can go with this 720p 2997, or I can choose from this list of presets. If I want to dig a little bit deeper into those video and audio settings, I can drop right down here and begin to scroll through those settings and make adjustments as necessary. You also have that on audio, and then a few other options for effects, captions, and the ability to publish this to places like YouTube. Once you have your settings ready, you can hit OK. And if you're going to add multiple compositions in, go ahead and add them in, set them up. Make sure you know where you're going to save that file. Again, I'm going to go to my desktop with this, and I'm just going to leave the file name as is. Hit Save. And once I'm ready, I'll just hit the Start Queue. You'll see the output down here and the remaining time. I saved that to my desktop, and that file is right there. I hope this has been helpful. For more on digital content creation, hit the like and subscribe button and check out my other tutorials.